Welcome to this podcast for Brighton School of Business and Management students studying for the Btec Level 5 courses. For this unit you'll need to satisfy the criteria exactly as laid down in the assignment brief and as described here, but you should wherever possible use examples from your own organisation and the business sector, as well as showing evidence of having studied the unit topics in depth and breadth by referring where appropriate to relevant models, theories and established best practices. To enhance your understanding of these assignment issues, we strongly advise that you also discuss them with supply chain management, purchasing and procurement specialists and with operational and senior managers in your own organisation. Also, be sure to read all the supplementary articles in your study material. Each section should be approximately 375 words, although this is flexible up to around 450 words, not including graphics or illustrations, so you will need to keep your responses focused on what is being specifically asked for in each section. Section 1. Do just as asked, but do bear in mind that there is a range of slightly different definitions, so include at least 2 definitions which apply to supply chain management, ideally ones which apply to different types of organisation. On bullet point 2, again do just as asked, but show in your response that you are aware of variations relevant to the world of supply chain management. On bullet point 3, you need to summarise the key business environment factors, for example new technologies and availability of resources, and the key environmental management factors, for example pressure on reducing waste and pollution and using environmentally friendly resources. Section 2. An operations strategy defines how different components of the business will work together to achieve success. Organisations define operations strategies differently based on the management style and the needs of the organisation. You will need to describe at least 3 different operations strategies that might be adopted by 3 different types of organisation. For this bullet point, you will need to describe a specific purchasing related business scenario or situation and suggest with justification an operations strategy that you feel should be adopted. And here, just as asked, explain why effective operations management contributes to strategic planning and whole organisation decision making, but give your response in the context of supply chain management. Section 3. There is a very wide range of factors which affect the design of products and services, including cost, ergonomics, production capability, customer requirements and many more. You will need to list these and then focus on the benefits of good design, that is, design which satisfies the needs and is within the capability of the organisation and of course meets the needs of the customers. For bullet point 2, you need to select and describe an actual operational management situation, one that exists or one that could be created to produce a particular product or service, and suggest at least 2 layouts or processes which you feel could be effective. On bullet point 3, technically work measurement embraces time study, motion time systems, activity sampling, estimating and synthesis. However, there are differing views as to how effective these are and how relevant some are to particular situations and to particular products and services. You will need to discuss this here. Section 4. Just as asked, describe an actual situation, ideally from your own organisation and or experience, or one that you can research, and discuss options such as level capacity, chase demand, managing demand, or a mix of these, and select with justification a capacity planning and control approach for that situation. There are a number of established inventory planning methods such as replenishment, min-max, reorder point, Kanban, periodic automatic. You'll need to describe these and explain the potential costs, disadvantages and benefits, advantages of each one. Finally, you need to summarise the project management approach using project management tools and techniques and the quality control approach using sampling, spot check, SPC, etc. as part of a QAMS, and briefly explain how these will be applied to operational activity. Don't forget that you also need to add a list of sources of information and references showing any books, websites, articles, case studies, reports, internal documents and people interviewed that you drew on in order to complete your assignment. The sources of information and references are not included in your word count. Here is a list of websites you should find useful when completing this assignment. And if you need any further help or assistance with this assignment, please contact your tutor.